Why'd you put your knee there?
Because I was sitting crisscross applesauce.
Well, who does that?
Me.
I guess. Hi.
Hi.
What's going on?
Nothing?
Good. I'm a little sad.
Why?
I ran out of seed oils today.
Can you... Oh my God, stop calling it seed oils.
Well, that's what you call it.
That's not what I call it. I said it has seed oils.
Tomato. Same thing. I ran out of oat milk, so I'm doing regular lactose-free milk because I'm self-diagnosed lactose intolerant. So here we go.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know when that happened, but
Sometime when we moved.
it is what it is.
Yeah. Welcome to You Plus Coffee.
Oops.
Starting off on the wrong foot.
Yeah. Oh well.
So I appreciate that you made my coffee.
But
You should have used Alpha Bus Cup.
why?
Because I'm wearing green. But then again, pink goes good with green.
That's what I was going for.
That's not what you were going
No,
for.
100%. I was like, oh, she's wearing green. We're going to do pink. It's going to work out. It's going to be great. Think about these things.
If you say so.
Sort of.
No, you see, just whatever.
Look, I saw the cup and I was like, she might be cool with having a wicked cup today.
No, and I am.
Yeah.
But in my head, I'm like, oh, I'm wearing green.
That's too much green.
Well, that's why Glenda says pink goes good with green.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That was my thought process. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Iced coffee.
Yep, I have the same, just with lactose-free milk, and you have
Whole milk.
whole fat milk.
Organic milk.
Sure.
Oh my gosh, there's this little market by our house called Good Harvest, and I've been wanting to go there for like 2 years. And
This is the first time I hear about it.
no, it's not.
No, it
I've
is.
talked to you about it before.
No.
Yes, I have,
No.
because I said I want to try this market out. It's like a little Whole Foods, but I think it's still expensive. So, like budget-wise,
I guess that's where you lost me.
Yeah. So today on our way home from church, we were trying to decide what we wanted to eat for lunch, and sometimes I'll make what's that ramen called? Budak?
Sure.
I think that's what it's called. And I usually put meat in it.
Mm-hmm.
And
We had no meat.
we had no meat. And so I was like, let's stop by really quick. And you made a hard right and then a hard left.
Well, because I have the worst co-pilot in co-pilot history.
You had the maps.
You were looking at your phone the
Yeah,
entire
but I
time.
told you you're gonna
so
make
I
a-
wasn't looking at the maps. You are the worst co-pilot in co-piloting history.
But I told you after the light you're going to make a left. And you kept going straight.
Yeah,
and I was like,
okay.
left.
Yeah, but you didn't say like the first left. You didn't say a second left. You
After
just said
the light,
left.
you're going to make a left.
That could be like a
Obvious-
half a mile down the road here.
It's common sense. I'm going to make a left after. You know what this reminds me of? That episode of The Office where Michael's like, I got to make a right here. And Dwight's like, no, you're going to drive into the lake. And then they drive the car into the lake.
Oh, no.
That's literally us right now. Insert meme. But anyway, we go and it's all organic. It's literally a mini Whole Foods.
Yeah.
So the meat, I got flank steak and it's grass fed. It was one of the best flank steaks I've ever had.
That was really good.
It was really good.
It was really tender.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my lunch story. Organic story. We try to eat as organically as we possibly can.
Yeah.
Doesn't always, I mean, ramen's not clean.
Nope.
50-50. He
But
told
it's
you
so good.
50-50.
But it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that ramen is my favorite ramen so far.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't think you were going to like it at first. I was like, we're just going to try it. And then I just kind of make my own concoction with it.
Concoction. That's such an interesting word.
I always say that word.
Concoction.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a little sad that our special guest is not here today.
Well, he's being a mutt.
He was doing so good.
He was being a mutt.
He was being a little cutie, and then he just slobbered all over my dress.
Yeah.
And then he had to go on timeout.
He had to go night-night.
Yeah. He had to go sleep. Oh, sleepy.
Oh, sleepy. Yeah.
Yeah.
How's the weekend?
It was good. Friday, I got my hair done.
Hey.
It's so funny, the last episode.
New hair, who dis?
Yeah, it's funny because the last episode I had just gotten my hair done, and here I got got it again.
Oh, dang.
Well, whatever. But I got my hair done on Friday.
You got your hair retouched. How about that?
No, I got it done. It's completely different. Are you kidding me? Like, there's way more blondes in it now. How do you?
So, fun fact, I'm a little colorblind.
No, you're not.
I don't see color.
No.
Sorry. So I don't see the blonde streaks in your hair. So sorry.
Anyway, I got my hair done on Friday at work. And then I picked up an extra shift on Saturday, not Sunday. We're closed. Today's Sunday.
We're closed. Who do you think you are, Chick-fil-A?
Well, the salon is closed on Sunday.
Right.
But I worked Saturday, and it was an interesting day of work. It's just an interesting day.
Yeah, like customer-wise?
Yeah, we had a very rude customer, and she was just very rude to the stylist, and I didn't witness it. I saw the aftermath of it. But apparently some of the people that were next to her, they, like the clients, they were ready to like tell that client something because of how rude she was being. So justice for our stylist.
And justice for all.
Yeah. But yeah. So that was Saturday, and then I came home. You helped me with lunch.
Yeah.
Adrian doesn't know how to make pasta.
See, I don't eat pasta.
But it's like, how do you not even know how to boil pasta? You just put the water in the pot, boil it.
Sure.
And then you add the pasta.
Uh-huh.
And then you cook until al dente.
Until what now?
Al dente.
What the heck is that?
It's a French word for...
Done? Complete?
It's like not super, super soft, but not... I don't know. It's like the texture of it. Anyway, because it
And you
finishes
expect
cooking.
me to know this when you don't even know it?
I know what it is. I just don't know how to describe it.
I guess.
Anyway, Adrian doesn't know how to make pasta. And I'm
don't.
just like, what is
And I'm proud
wrong
of
with
it.
you? You're weird.
I don't eat pasta. And when I do, it's made. Just spill all over that mic again. Jeez,
I know. I
man.
thought I broke the mic last week. If you saw our episode last week, you saw my
Yo, what? You got
I
that?
cannot
Wow.
speak today.
That is crazy.
Yeah. Anyway, you saw my coffee malfunction.
That's good coffee though, huh?
It was really good. I warned our friend about it.
Yeah.
Like, just watch until the end. And then he messaged me. He's like, that was hilarious.
That's so crazy.
But anyway, so that was my weekend.
No.
Well, I'm not finished with my train of thought. Thank you very much for interrupting.
You're welcome. Now you know what it feels like.
Yeah, so then yesterday after work, we made lunch. And then we just kind of chilled the rest of the day. And then went to church today. And then now we're home.
Yeah.
And yeah, so how was your weekend?
My weekend was freaking fantastic. I went golfing for the first time. And that was, like, I'm obsessed. Like, I'm obsessed with golf right now.
That was really the first time you've gone legit golfing?
I've never gone golfing. Outside of, like, miniature golfing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never golfed before.
How did you get into golfing?
It's a good question. How did I get... No, like, even when I was, like, a little kid in LA...
Bandwagon.
I know, for real. Even when I was a little kid in LA, like, it always kind of, like, drawed my attention of, like, what the heck is golf? You know? But, like, growing up Mexican, you're like, oh, that's a rich man sport.
I've just never heard you talk about golf. Ever.
Yeah, because I don't really talk about it until now. Now I'm, like, obsessed. Like, shout out Bryson DeChambeau. I totally butchered his name. Jeez.
Some
But yeah,
fan you are.
I will be a Bryson DeChambeau one day.
Yeah.
I
Anyway.
probably won't be. But
Okay,
yeah.
you got into golf.
Yeah, we played a 9. Shout out Mike. And we played a 9-hole, and I didn't do too bad, according to Mike. I thought I did terrible. But according to Mike, he said I had potential. Nice. Meaning, you suck, but you can get better.
You also became the salon's unofficial
Oh,
IT
yeah, that's
person.
right. That's right. I'm the salon's unofficial IT. I love it.
It was so funny because Adrian came to drop me off some lunch.
Yeah.
And then he walks in. I was on my way to the bathroom and we like crossed each other's paths. And I was like, the printer doesn't work. Can you go fix it? And so he's fixing it. And then the salon owner's like, you didn't have to come fix it. And he's like, I didn't. But So then Adrian's eating his lunch. I'm getting my hair done. And she's like, can Adrian hook up the printer to the other computer?
Since he's already here.
She said it very nicely,
No,
though.
she did. Yeah,
and
cool.
so you fixed it, and then later that day, another...
Well, by fixed, all I did was install the printer.
You connected it, yeah.
Sure.
So then at the end of the day, the other assistant, she's like, hey, can you print the receipt? I'm like, it should be working from the computer. She's like, it's not. So I'm like, that's weird. Like, Adrian fixed it. So you were already planning on Saturday go and fix it. But when I walked into work, I was like, let me just see what's going on. Turns out she didn't change the destination of like where to send the print job. Yeah. And so I, thank God, texted you, and I was like, don't come. It's working.
Yeah.
But
I was already ready, out the door, on my way.
No, you weren't. You were still in bed.
I was.
Yeah. Anyway, so you became the unofficial IT at the salon. You went golfing.
I went golfing, yeah. And I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
Like, I want golf clubs. I want to go every weekend.
Yeah.
Well, I want to get better golf clubs. Well,
you got to start somewhere, love.
I need a better, well, I did. And now I want the best. No, I don't want the best. I just want a better driver, wedges, and maybe a putter. And then I'll be set.
Okay. Little by little, love.
Yeah,
little by little.
Could get the entire set, but I'm just going to start with those 3, and then we'll go from there.
Pray for me, y'all. Pray for my patience.
I love sending that. Whenever we send each other, like, this is what I want, we send each other that Tiger King meme.
Like, I'm never going to financially recover from this. You should rewatch that.
That show is wild.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone's seen it by now.
Yeah, but even
and if you haven't, go watch it.
Yeah, because you can binge it now.
It's hilarious. You were able to binge it back then.
Well, yeah, but now there's like a second part to it.
Oh, but that second part's dumb. It was like it was like a follow-up interviews, wasn't it?
Well, no. It was about how the other people now had like Tiger King got caught or whatever and got put in jail, right. And then it focused on like the rest of the other people.
No, but Joe McHale is interviewing them.
That's Joe McHale.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I think it's Joe McHale. I'm 99.9% sure it's Joe McHale. Damn. So I know Joe McHale from his days on The Soup.
Okay.
Do you know what The Soup is?
Nope.
This is like before Reels were a thing.
Okay.
He used to host this show where he would find random YouTube clips. It was like America's Funniest Home Videos, but like
YouTube
for
edition?
YouTube
That's
edition.
amazing.
And he would find like the most random clips. Like I remember he found this one of this little girl, and it's a book. I have to show it to you. I don't know if you've seen it, but
I'm about to go down this rabbit hole.
She's like, kittens, inspired by kittens, and it's just a book of cats. And she's just like saying like random like words and like voices for the cats. It's the funniest thing. If I can find it, if I can find it, I'll link it.
That is amazing.
But that's all I remember is kittens, inspired by kittens.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I was in high school when that video came out.
Dang.
Yeah.
And that's when like YouTube was like weird.
Yeah. Yeah. The other day, I think it was yesterday, I was playing like alternative rock from the 2000s, I think.
Okay.
And I Miss You by Blink-182 came on, which it's coming back up because of Reels and stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh, this song came out when I was like in 7th grade. And this other stylist goes, I was like, you probably weren't even born yet. And she goes, when did it come out? I was like, maybe like 2003, 2004. She's like, yeah, I was like 2 years old. I was like, dude, I was like in 7th, 8th grade when you were 2 years old.
I know, like, I watched a reel the other day where it was like, I guess Blink-182 was like categorized as oldies. Mm-hmm. And I was like, brother.
Yeah. I'm like, no.
The fact that they're still touring, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. But... Yeah, I don't know where we were going with
Talk about Tiger King.
Joe McHale and The Soup. I found out of so many shows through Joe McHale. Like, he talked about, like, this one show called The Bad Girls Club. So I started watching it because of him, because he used to cap on it.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, it used to be on E, that show. And then...
Entertainment Channel.
Yeah, so then Joe McHale started coming out on, like, other shows. And I'm like, I know him from The Soup. But...
That's kind of hilarious.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Joe McHale. That guy's something else too.
Yeah, but yeah, Tiger King. We're never gonna financially recover from this.
Yeah. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's great.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah. They that dude crossed a tiger and a lion and made a liger.
Napoleon Dynamite. It's a liger.
Yeah, so dude made a legit liger, and it's just like they're just out there.
Yeah.
And like those things were never supposed to be crossed, and now they are.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I have to rewatch it. Yes.
Sounds good.
Yesterday, I was telling my friend about our day. She's like, "What were you watching?" I was like, "Yeah, and I just watched TV and took a nap." She goes, "What were you watching?" And I was like, "Trash TV." And she's like, "Why am I not surprised?"
That's true.
I'm rewatching Vanderpump Rules from the beginning.
You do this every year. Maybe every 2.
Yeah, every 2 years. It's 10 seasons.
11.
Oh, but I'm the fan.
That was not good. But they're 11 seasons in.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I watched it from the beginning when it first came out. That's what's wild.
I started watching it from like when you started watching season
Last
3
year.
or whatever.
So last year I started rewatching and you were like, "This show's dumb."
Yep.
And then like around season
Typical.
3, you like sat down on the couch and then never left.
And yeah, I never left.
And
Yep.
at that point, I think I was trying to catch up to season 11 because we don't have live TV. We have Peacock.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was trying to catch up like all the stuff that I had missed. And I remember when season 11 hit, you were like, "Oh my gosh," because that's when Scandival happened.
That was
And
crazy.
yeah.
That was wild.
Which, by the way, he just auditioned for America's Got Talent.
That's how I know it was 11 seasons.
You're such a liar. You knew that before.
No, well, yeah, I knew it before, but then like I remembered that he said, "Oh, you might remember me from Vanderpump Rules, like we did 11 seasons of it or whatever."
Adrian is a Tom Sandoval fan.
I used to be.
He got weird.
Yeah.
Tom Sandoval is just
I was
a
fan.
douche.
No. I was a fan till like season 9.
No, he's always been a douche. You know when I knew?
hold on,
Wait.
hold on.
You
No,
know
no,
when
no.
I?
You wait.
You wait. You know when I knew that Tom Sandoval was trash? When he took Kristen, who's a vegetarian, to Korean barbecue for her birthday.
Oh, that's amazing.
What a dude! I can't.
No shot he did that.
He took her to Korean barbecue for her birthday.
Oh, that's so
And she's a
great.
vegetarian.
Really? Did she eat?
No! That's when we all knew he was trash.
Oh, it reminds me of that guy. I saw, I don't know if it's real or not, right? But like his wife is a vegetarian and like he cooks, but like he cooks for her, but he throws in like little like meat things or like, yeah, he like messes with her, or he'll make fries, but like in bacon fat.
Tallow.
Yeah, like in tallow or bacon fat, and just like kind of like, so it's not like meat,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like he like pranks her like that. So I don't know if it's like a legit prank or not, or like she's in on it and like she just says she's vegetarian and stuff. But it's still pretty freaking funny how
Yeah.
like this dude just comes up with all that and is like, "Oh yeah, by the way, here's some fries that I made with bacon fat."
Yeah.
Or tallow
Yeah.
or whatever.
Well, God intended for us to eat meat. We learned that last week after the fall. So,
Yeah.
biblical.
I need to go back to carnivore.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, that
Our
was
carnivore
legit.
slash. Our last grocery trip, I was like, we're just doing animal based and carnivore. I'm not gonna buy rice. And then last week I was like, he's not gonna want to eat what I have. Let me go buy some rice.
I know.
Which technically we could eat rice.
Yeah, I need to go buy steaks. And
Yeah,
just make steaks.
carnivore and animal based was actually very inexpensive for us. I feel
Yeah.
like it was because it was expensive because we were buying a lot of meat.
It was expensive in the moment, but after time, it wasn't.
Yeah, because like we would go to Costco and spend like $150 on a big slab of meat, and it was like 23 steaks I think that you got out of it.
Yeah.
Because you said it was what, like $6 per steak
Like
or something
$8.
like that. Yeah. But yeah, we have to get back on that.
Yeah.
I think it's easier when I meal prep. When I don't meal prep, that's when I'm like, oh, what are we gonna make? Oh, I have this. I'll just make this together.
Yeah.
But if I actually meal prep it, then
Yeah, I
it
need to
makes
get
it
back
a
on
lot
that
smoother.
because that was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah. Your digestive system, though, is kind of weird.
My gut, like I could just tell, like my inflammation, my face went down.
Yeah.
I have like eczema, and I've always had eczema on my knees and my elbows, and lately, like I'll get it a little bit around my belly button. And yesterday, you saw it got bigger, and it was like, all right, time to go back on animal. And the piece on my belly button, like it goes and comes, comes and goes.
Yeah, there you go. And then comes again.
Yeah, and then so you were even like, all right, time to go back on animal. And yeah, like when I'm on animal base, like my eczema is not as it's still there, but it's not as inflamed.
It's not flared, yeah.
It's not flared up. Yeah, thank you. That's the word I was looking for.
I'm a doctor.
Anyway, yeah. But yeah, so that would be like a fun little thing to do, like maybe record some recipes. And that's honestly like how, if you think about it, like that's how God intended us to eat, like an animal-based diet. Like there was no processed foods back in the day, and everybody was living nice, healthy lives. Like my great grandma was 97.
Really?
When she passed away. Yeah, she's the oldest great grandparent that I had.
97.
And even in her like last days, she like had the memory of an elephant. Like she remembered everything.
Really?
My cousin has this video of her, and she's talking about me. Like, oh, Josie this and Josie that. But like I don't know how far that was from like her last days to when that, like it could have been months or years or whatever.
Sure.
But like my mom, when did my mom go? Did she go before? No, I think my mom went after she passed. But yeah, like that woman had the memory of an elephant.
That's
like she
crazy.
remembered everything.
That's cool.
It was my great grandpa who had Alzheimer's, and so that's where like the dementia. My grandma has dementia, and that's where that comes in. But
wait, what's the difference between Alzheimer's and dementia?
So dementia, Alzheimer's, you like forget everything.
And I'm the doctor.
Yeah. So Alzheimer's is a disease. So is dementia, but Alzheimer's, like you forget everything. Like you forget who you are. You can forget like
you start from zero, basically.
You start from zero, yeah. And then dementia, like you can start like my grandma has like short-term memory loss. But it can
like
also,
she still knows who she is, but she just like doesn't know what she did in that moment, I guess.
So for example, if you have a conversation with my grandma about like the old days, she can tell you everything.
Right.
But if you ask her like, hey, what'd you have for breakfast? She's like, I don't know.
Got it.
So, but dementia can also like, it can trigger a lot of other things. Like people can start hallucinating. I think with Alzheimer's too.
Like,
but like
schizophrenia?
No, not like that. But like you can think one thing and it's something else.
Oh.
So like, yeah.
Okay.
Like your reality is not reality.
Yeah.
But what's funny with my grandma, so she started like suffering like short-term memory loss, and then she got diagnosed with dementia. Then my grandpa passed away, and then when my grandpa passed away, I feel like that's when it like progressed. Like that's when it got worse. And so they had her on these medications, and like my grandma was never violent because people can get violent.
Okay.
My grandma was never violent, but she would be like stubborn, and like it was really hard to talk to her. It was really hard to get her to do things, and she'd like no, and like I said, never violent, but just like she would make me cry because I would get so frustrated. And my mom would tell me like, you have to be careful with her, like you can't take things personally, like she's like a little kid, you know. So then like about a year or two ago, my grandma ended up in the hospital, and I thought I had to go home. I was like, do I need to go home? Like, what's going on? So my grandma had to go to the hospital. Praise God, everything came out fine. But they took her off while she was in the hospital. She wasn't on that medication that they had put her on. And my mom was like, it's the weirdest thing. She's so like light and airy and like lucid. Yeah, is that the word lucid? Lucida?
I believe so. Yeah, we'll go with that one.
Yeah, and so she was like normal, like she was fine and happy, and they were like, that's weird, like you know. And like my grandma, like. There was a point where she was just kind of sitting there, not talking to anybody.
I do remember that.
Like she just like, And so they told the doctor, and the doctor's like, just stop giving her the medication. So we think that the medication that they were giving her was like suppressing her. And so my aunt said that a lot of the times they're taking medication because they are violent. So people who have dementia can be violent, so they give them medication to suppress them.
Yeah.
and it was
So they're on downers?
Yeah, so like my grandma was on downer. And from what I know, my grandma's no longer on them. Like they just took her off of it. And she's been like, praise the Lord, like happy. She talks, she jokes.
When we call her, she's the funniest person
Yeah, like one time I called her and she only speaks Spanish. But I'm like, hi, Amma. And she goes, hi, confess your sins.
She's great. She is hilarious.
I remember one of the last times that I went, I surprised her, and she literally like looked at me like, what are you doing here? And she was like touching me, like she couldn't. Sorry,
so cold.
Sorry.
You're so cold.
I'm not that cold.
No, you're cold.
Anyway, so she was like touching me, holding my hand, and like you could, like I was just like, this makes me not want to leave.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. That's like one thing when we go to LA, I always make sure to go see my grandma.
Yeah.
Even if it's like 5-10 minutes, I always try to make a pit stop and like just say hi to her. Sometimes she doesn't talk to me. She's like, I don't talk to you. Like,
and that's fine.
yeah, but yeah. Praise the Lord. Anyway, all this going back to like what we eat matters, and like, you know, that's why we try to eat like organically and whole foods and live a healthy lifestyle. Even though lately we have been
I need to go back to
sucking
the gym.
it. Yeah, I was doing. I went to the gym for a full 2 days.
Let's go.
And then I stopped.
That's 2 days more than me. Yeah. Well, my gym buddy left me, so I was like,
yeah,
poo.
I'm meeting up with a friend for coffee tomorrow, so maybe I'll go before that.
There you go.
Probably go to the gym before and then head over to meet her for
I'm
coffee.
a softball game, so I'll probably go Tuesday.
Yeah.
Even if I just do whatever.
Yeah, and I think the reason why it's been so easy for us not to go is because we're not paying for it right now.
I know, and it's hot.
Yeah.
Like, it's so hot outside. It's like humid and sticky and gross and just like.
I have to stop sighing because then it gets all loud. Sorry. Side note. Sorry.
What?
I just have, transitioning. I have the most random intrusive thoughts. Okay. Like today at church. You weren't there. You were helping downstairs.
I was helping, yeah.
And, what's his name? Matt is praying for communion. And I'm sitting there with my eyes closed. And, like, he's praying. And I even told Christy, my friend who was sitting next to me, like, I just had the weirdest intrusive thought. And so, like, I'm sitting and I'm like my eyes closed. And then, but my eyes are closed and I'm moving my eyeballs. And I'm just like, isn't it so weird that I can move my eyeballs, like, while my eyelids are closed? Like, how does my brain, how can it tell the difference? And so I tried rolling all my eyes all the way back, but, like, I was kind of opening my eyelids. And then I was like, I really hope no one's looking at me because I probably look like I'm possessed or something. And then after I was like, why am I thinking of these things while he's praying? Like, yeah, like I literally was just like this. And then I was trying to like roll my eyes back. I was like, can I roll my eyes all the way to the back of my head with my eyelids closed? Like, and I'm just like moving my eyes when my eyelids are closed.
Dude, I can't. I wish I was there for that.
And then I was like, how can I do that? But I can't do this.
Pat your head and rub your belly?
Yeah.
Oh.
I was like, the mind is so weird. And yeah, it was just the most random, intrusive thought during church.
Nah, but you do get some like weird thoughts at church. Like this one time, like we have security.
Okay, go on. You know what I was thinking of? That time when you were choking.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
that part. Yeah, that day was hilarious.
So Adrian has a horrible habit of like whenever someone coughs or sneezes, he's like, "Hey, can you shut up?"
In the middle of service.
No, sometimes it's not.
That's true too. Yeah,
you know,
like
hey,
anytime.
can you shut up? Like we have a friend, Alicia. Like every time she coughs, all we have to do is look at her. She's like. Anyway, so it's like dead quiet at church. Daddy is like just preaching away. And everybody's like listening, and Adrian just starts like coughing.
I choked on my spit, low key.
And then he's just like choking, and I looked at him and I'm like, "Can you shut up?" And with tears in his eyes, like he looks at him and he's like, was trying. And it was so funny. And we're trying so hard not to bust up laughing. And you see us go, like shaking our shoulders. And like the guys behind us after service, they're like, you guys did a really good job at holding that in. Like, it was so funny. But it was hilarious because we just wanted to start busting up. And like our shoulders, they're just like up and down. Like,
oh my God.
That was, yeah.
That was great. Good times.
Yeah. Security at church, what were you going to say? Intrusive thoughts, security.
Oh, yeah. Like, if like we had like an intruder or whatever one day, like, and just came out like, you know, guns blazing or whatever, it's like, are we prepared for that? You know what I mean? Or like,
that took a turn.
Dude, yeah, no.
This conversation took a turn.
Well, those are like the intrusive thoughts I get, and I'm just like,
my gosh.
What the heck, dude? And like, I sit like right in the back corner near the entrance too, and I'm like, I don't know, I should stop sitting there.
Yeah, but
it's good stuff.
Yeah, those are scary intrusive thoughts. I know we were talking about funny intrusive thoughts. But
I know sometimes I'm like, what if we had 6 fingers? That'd be wild.
That's
Imagine having
weird.
6. Well, there's this guy, I saw it on Instagram. He has 6 fingers on each hand, and he's a goalie. So like,
chills.
he has to like buy 4 gloves, and then literally like MacGyver the 6th like finger insert in there because he's just like he has 6 fingers, and I'm like, dude, is that guy cheating? Like, that's extra fingers on a ball that you're catching, you know, like as a goalkeeper. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Good times. I love it.
Yeah. Adrian put one of our vows to the test last night.
Ooh, I did. I sure did.
So, if you may or may not know, but Adrian and I got married January 2022, and then we had our wedding September 2022. So we were already living in Wisconsin. We were married for like 7-8 months before the wedding. And so we wrote our own vows for the September wedding. And one of his vows, he said that he would promise, what did you say? It was something about like, I promise to wake you up.
No, I promise to love you even though I wake you up.
Yeah.
Or something like
that.
I have it on my phone.
Yeah.
I have it on my phone.
So there was one night where he was watching a UFC fight and he screamed.
For those of you watching and watch UFC, it was the Leon Edwards versus Kamaru Usman fight. And it was for the championship fight.
Nobody watches UFC.
Bet they do. And it was a 5-round championship fight. And Leon was like losing the entire fight. Like the entire fight. Up to like the 3rd minute of the 5th round, Usman was just like beating this dude up and like just bullying him, right? And so out of nowhere, his coach, it's like the end of the 4th round into the 5th round. And they're doing, like the coach is like working on him and stuff. Like they're taking their minute break or whatever. And the coach is like, Leon, stop feeling sorry for yourself. Like, get in this fight. Like, don't let him bully you, son. Like, that's what he said. Don't let him bully you, son. And I guess it stuck. And freaking Leon, out of nowhere, he like fakes a left hand, and Usman goes to like block it or something like that. Yeah, he goes to block it, and then Leon just throws this right kick out of nowhere, knocks him out. Rogan and them go wild.
Is that the Rogan meme?
That's not the fight, but like they use it for that fight.
Oh, okay.
But like everybody went crazy, and I start screaming because I was like, "There's like, come for the 5th round." Like I was gonna stop watching the fight.
Yeah.
It was midnight here.
Yeah,
It was midnight here. I was just like, "Dude, this dude won. Like it's over." Like I don't even because I wanted Leon to win low key.
Yeah.
I was like, "This is over. This is done." And then I think like I was texting my brother and his friend, or Beto and Jose.
Yeah.
We were texting. And then out of nowhere, that kick comes, and then we're just going crazy. I start yelling. I'm like, "Oh, dang, dude, there's no way he just won this fight." And you're dead asleep.
And it woke me up. And if there's one thing you want to avoid is awakening a deep sleep Jocelynne. You just don't want to do it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And so I come, like, I'm like, babe. I'm like screaming, babe, babe. And he's not listening. I come down the hallway. I'm like, babe. And this man has the audacity to put his hand up.
No, I put my finger up. I went, hold on.
Even worse. Almost like saying, wait, woman, without saying, wait, woman.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, all right, we're done. Like, that's it. I go back to the room. I'm mad. He's like, babe, can I? And I'm like, no, you woke me up. Like, absolutely. So I was upset. And then he's like, well, can I tell you what happened? Whatever. So he wrote that into our vows. I don't remember exactly what he said. But then last night, so we've had an interesting week. And because of the interesting week that we've had, we've been going to sleep really late. Mm-hmm. Like, usually I'm in bed by 8:30, 9, the latest, just to kind of decompress and then fall asleep by 10. And we've been falling asleep like past midnight, waking up at like 6:30.
Yeah.
So this weekend, we've just been catching up on sleep. Mm-hmm. Praise the Lord that we've been able to do that. And so I'm knocked out. Me and Hulk are on the bed, just clonked out.
Oh, now I could hear Hulk snoring from here. Like,
yeah.
It was bad.
And so I just hear him screaming. I'm like, shut up. Like, I was mad.
It was a good fight, too, though. So this fight is with Brandon Royval and Joshua Van. This kid, Joshua Van, came out of nowhere.
Any of these people
I know.
are.
This dude like hit the scene and came out of nowhere, right?
What is going on with my cup? Don't put it in the dishwasher anymore.
Is that what it is?
I don't know.
I don't think we put those in the dishwasher.
I don't
think I put that one in the dishwasher.
I don't think I have either, but my cup is falling apart. Sorry, guys.
Dang. Anyway, so Brandon Royval
and
this
sucks.
Dude. Okay, let me get to my story.
This was a birthday gift. Look, it's just okay.
I know. What do you want me to do?
Make it stop.
Okay, ready? Oh. Stop. Did it work?
I don't know. Right. No. Okay.
Well, stop using it.
Okay.
That's on me, I guess. You have some on your finger.
I know.
Well, take it off. That's weird. Don't drink it. Okay, so Brandon Royval and this new kid, Joshua Van. He's not new. He's like 7-1 in the UFC. But I didn't hear about him till like 3 weeks ago when he fought.
Okay.
So he fought this other dude 3 weeks ago. And then Brandon Royval's opponent, I forget his name, he got injured.
Oh, yeah, you told me this.
So they called Joshua Van and were like, hey, dude, like, I know you just fought like 3 weeks ago, whatever, you want to fight?
And he was in the middle of closing a house.
He was buying his mom a house.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then he's like, yeah, let's do it. And like, he went from being ranked number 12, because that's where he was ranked. And Brandon Royval is number 1, or was number 1 until last night. And then, like, that fight was just back and forth. Like, by the second round, they were already top 10 of the most punches thrown in the fight. After the fight was done, they were ranked number 3.
Okay.
So I think combined, they threw for a total of like 500 and something punches, which is crazy. Like, that's just wild. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so they're going back and forth, and it's like they're doing complete kickboxing, which is just boxing and kicks, and they're going, and like they're like exchanging real good punches and everything. And again, like in the final seconds of the third round, because this is a 3-round fight, Joshua Van just throws this crazy right hand that just connects and like drops Royval. And at this point, what happened?
No, my astigmatism's acting up.
Oh.
I'm telling you.
To a cat. Anyway, so then where was I? Oh, so then like he drops him, right? And like when he dropped him at that point, it was like a toss up. Like like these judges suck. Like MMA judges are the worst. And
You should be a judge.
no, I'm probably the worst too. I'll be biased and be like, I like that guy better. So then it's a toss up, right? And at this point, it's like whoever wins, like there's no loser in this fight. Like whoever wins, like is gonna win, and like the loser still won because it was just such a great fight.
Yeah.
So dude drops him, and now he's the #1 contender, and he's gonna fight the champion, which fought that same night too. So like they were able to face off in the octagon. It was really, really cool.
Nice.
But yeah, so when he dropped him, I was like, oh dang! And then like not knowing that like I was being loud, and then you woke up, and I was like, all I hear is rah, rah. That's all I heard, and I was like, damn. Yep. So yeah, it was pretty great.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I love the UFC.
Yeah.
Even though it ends stupid late here.
Yeah.
Like that's one thing I can't get used to. Like I thank God we don't live in the East Coast, because in the East Coast it's worse. Because like if it ends at like midnight-ish here,
It ends
like
at
it's
1
like
a.m.
1,
over
2
there.
in the morning over there, and I'm like, no,
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
I was listening to Brendan Schaub. He just moved from LA to Austin, and that's one thing he was saying. He's like, dude, I love it here, but I hate it because like the times, just like the time difference is so different.
Yeah, because it's a 2-hour time difference as well.
Yeah,
right?
because in LA, because in the West Coast, because it's more people or whatever, like they value them more. It's how I have heard it put. I don't know, but it starts at
memory
7.
triggered.
It starts at 7 West Coast time, which is 9 Central, which is 10 Eastern.
Yeah.
And yeah, so like back in LA, like you watch a fight, it's like from 7 to 10.
Yeah.
You know, we're here, it's like from 9 to midnight. You're
Yeah.
like,
Like the UFC watch parties that we've thrown, all 2 of them, people leave like
at the end.
like right before the main event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good times.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how I woke you up.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That was annoying, but whatever.
It was worth it.
Yeah. We did watch this week also. Was it this week that we saw it? Or last week?
What did we
How
watch?
to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, yeah. Wait. Was it this week?
Was it this week?
I don't remember. It was a Tuesday.
No, it was last week.
It was last week.
Yeah. I don't know how we didn't talk about that. I know I'm just kind of like transitioning, but I just remembered another thing that we did.
Terrible movie.
It was not, okay.
It's terrible.
Casting options were terrible.
No, like some movies should stay cartoons.
But you were excited for
I
how
was.
you were. So
Yes,
you
yes,
can't
I
say,
was.
because you went in with the mentality like, oh, it should be good. Because based off the trailer.
100%.
So, okay, as far as remakes go, How to Train Your Dragon was one of the better remakes that we've seen. Did it have flaws? 100%.
Yeah.
I don't like how they made Astrid this feminist, I'm gonna boss. Like I left the theater and I was like, I don't remember her being such a douche.
I know, for real.
And you were like, she's not. And I was like, okay. Yeah, so I didn't like that. I saw this meme that said, what you got against blondes?
Oh, I know.
Because in the cartoon, they're all blonde except for Hiccup. And in the remake, they're all redheads or brunettes.
Yeah.
It was really cool that Gerard Butler he played the dad.
Yeah.
So he played the dad in the what's
Yeah.
his name? I forgot his name.
Stoic. Yeah.
So that was really cool. I have a feeling that they're gonna make I don't know, but I
hope not.
I think they are because they
hope
mentioned what
not.
happens in How to Train Your Dragon 2 in the first one. So that's when they said that, I was like, that was the whole mystery of How to Train Your Dragon. Like,
yeah, I didn't
yeah,
like it.
I don't want
I
to
didn't
spoil
like
it, but
don't watch it. Don't waste your time. If it's
Adrian-
on Netflix, then watch it on Netflix.
probably on Peacock because the cartoon is on Peacock right now. We should watch that movie again, even though we just saw it like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, because it's better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Toothless is so cute. Like, okay, so like, it just, because Toothless is toothless and the way that Toothless is animated, that's what made it feel so fake. Like the other dragons, I felt looked like a little more realistic, but because of the way Toothless is animated, they it just made it feel fake. Even though I know it's fake because it's all CGI.
Right. Yeah.
Does that make sense? What
I
I'm
get
trying
what
to say?
you mean. Like there wasn't as much detail as there was like in the other dragons. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Or there was too much detail.
No, never mind. I just disregard my message. I thought it was pretty close, pretty accurate. There are things that like Adrian doesn't like the fact that they didn't put the part where Hiccup like faints.
That was the best part.
He's like, he didn't faint.
Like, yeah. So in the cartoon, when he when he frees Toothless, like Toothless recognizes that he's free and he gets in his face and he like roars in his face. Roar?
Yeah.
Yeah, he roars in his face.
And then flies away.
And then flies away or tries to fly away because he can't fly. And then Hiccup, like, he's like startled. He starts walking and then he faints.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, that's hilarious. Like, that's so good.
Yeah.
That's so funny. That's like realistic. Like, that would happen to all of us, right?
And then in the real movie, that doesn't happen.
And in the like, yeah, in the, I guess,
live
action movie, he just walks away like nothing. And I'm like, that's not
That's
true.
when Adrian checked out.
Yeah. I was like, he didn't faint. Like, what the heck?
Yeah.
I was so mad.
Yeah. But it was pretty good.
Yeah.
That and then Astrid being a girl boss made me mad. Like I was like,
Yeah. The twins being like recast.
That was weird. Yeah, that one was weird.
Don't waste your time, guys. Just
because in the cartoon, I feel like the twins are actually hilarious.
Yeah.
And the cartoon, and then in the real one, they were just annoying.
Yeah. They were too woke. Like it was like the movie was a little woke.
Yeah.
It was. Yep. It's like
because it did that whole like girl boss, I'm cool and I'm this, and it's like yes, we're cool.
Yeah.
We can do this. Like Astrid is a girl boss in the cartoon, but it's not so in your face.
Yeah.
Because she's competing to be the Dragon Master.
Correct. Yeah.
So I mean that I just don't like the way she like talks to Hiccup and like Hiccup is there like I still like you like.
Huh?
But next show's in 10 minutes. Then I guess I can't say anything because you treated me like trash, and there I was like, I still like you.
Oh, that's great. Wow.
Anyway.
And now speaking of woke,
Oh,
I'm watching this stupid show called Stick on Apple TV Plus, right? And it's a golf show, and I'm like, I just like got into golfing, and I was like, I'm gonna watch a stupid golf show. Like it looks good. It looks promising, right? Like the trailer looked really good, and it's with Owen Wilson and
it's a golf show.
A few others.
You said that already.
And I'm like I'm an episode in, I think, right? Like the first episode was good.
No, you were like 3 episodes in.
Okay, so the first
4 episodes in.
No, for sure it's 2. So the first 2 episodes were really good, and I was like, all right, cool. Like this is pretty good. And then the 3rd episode comes in, and then they introduce this girl, and she says her name, and then she says her pronouns. Mm-hmm. And I was like, brother, I don't need this right now. And I turned off the TV pissed.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm so pissed right now. I turned it off, threw the remote, and I was like, here, you watch whatever the heck you want to watch. I don't care.
And then I put Vanderpump Rules on.
And then I was just like, why do these shows have to be so woke? Like,
I think what's annoying about it is that everything is like it's been around forever, right? Like, I feel like a hypocrite because I watch Vanderpump Rules, and Vanderpump Rules, like, they're not Christian, they're secular, and I know not all of them, like, they're living in the world and stuff. But I think the difference is that, like, shows nowadays push an agenda, and that's where we're like, like that why does it have to push something?
Yeah, like that envelope doesn't need to be pushed. It doesn't need to be forced in our faces.
Because when we talk about like Christianity, we get backlash, and it's like, oh, you guys are pushing Christianity on us, but yet
they can do whatever they want.
Yeah, and that's not to say that like we don't love on people who are fighting the flesh or whatever the case is, but like you love on people by sharing the gospel with them, and like kind of like we were talking about last week, like by our actions they will show.
Right.
But when you start pushing like agendas, that's where it gets like, And so, like, yesterday, Adrian was like, do you want to watch it again? I'm like, let's just watch it. Like,
I tried giving it another shot.
But then, like, the girl, she's like, there's one part where she goes, do you feel safe? And I looked at you, and then even Owen Wilson's character's like, what do you mean does he feel safe? And so when he said that, I lost it. I was like, okay, they're, like, making fun of it at this point.
Yeah.
Like, they're pushing the envelope, like, they're mocking
On
it.
the
Like,
other side too, yeah.
But, yeah, I think that's what annoys you.
100%. It's like, we don't need it. Like, it doesn't, like that show, it's a great show. With or without it, it's a great show. But it's like, it didn't need it. Like, like we didn't need that agenda being pushed. Like, I don't care about your pronouns. Like, at the end of the day, like, you're a girl, you're in love with this dude, cool.
Yeah.
Like, let's leave it like that. But
Yeah.
it's like, oh, my name's Zero. I go by she, they. And I'm like,
Oh, is that what she said?
yeah, she goes,
Oh.
and then Owen Wilson's like, he says his character, I forget his character, but he says his character, he's like, oh, but he, him. And then I was just like, oh my God. Like, I can't stand it.
Yeah.
But
It is a little wild.
If you guys want to watch it, viewer discretion, they cuss a lot. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
See, yeah, but see, that there we go again. Like, there's shows that we watch that are not edifying, and it's like, where's the line? Because we watch Yellowstone, and Yellowstone has things that, like...
Yeah, but they're cowboys.
There's still stuff in there that we shouldn't be watching.
That's true, too. Yeah.
First episode! Right there in my face. Like, that could be another conversation for another episode, but...
Such a great show, though.
Yellowstone? It is a good
favorite show.
I stopped watching it. Why did I stop watching it? Oh, because it just, for me, it got really repetitive.
And then we started watching season 5, which is the last season. And then, what's his name? Kobe died. And then you gave up.
Spoiler!
Bro, it's been out there. Stop. Stop it. They've all had a chance to go watch it. They've all had a chance to see it. Whatever. Don't care. All right? It's like a year old by now. All right? Anyway.
It is.
So Kobe dies.
That's when I was like, this is stupid.
And then you're like, I give up on this. Da, 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 da. And like, his character did not need to die.
It didn't. It was so dumb.
Hold on. It's a he, please. He didn't need to die.
I meant like it didn't need to end that way.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway.
Pronoun police over here.
Yellowstone, man. Yellowstone's...
It got repetitive, and you know it.
Well, yeah, they're cowboys. They do cowboy stuff every day.
Anyway, yeah, so I went to a Christmas party, and Adrian's like, I really want to watch it. I was like, well, then just watch it. And then he told me what happened. I was like, all right, I don't need to watch it now.
That's true.
Yeah. Beth got on my nerves. Like,
dude, did you know? I didn't know this till like I saw it recently, but like
that's where Adrian got introduced to Lainey Wilson.
Dude, she was in town the other day.
Anyway, what about Yellowstone? What did I not know?
I didn't know that Beth's character, I don't know her name, but like she's like from overseas. Like she has like a full like English accent and stuff.
I didn't know that.
And in the show, she was saying that she got a linguist. Is that what it's called? Is that what it is?
A linguistic, yeah.
Yeah, expert or whatever.
Yeah.
But like she's like from Montana.
Okay.
And like she was just telling her like, no, like these are the accents that you'll hear like Montana say or whatever. And like I thought she did a really good job. Like I didn't know that she was from overseas.
Yeah. Have you seen that episode, that interview where the guy's like clowning Tom Holland for his accent? You've never seen that video?
Which one?
It's this interview, and this guy's talking to Tom Holland.
Yeah, and then he's like, wait, but Spider-Man's American. That one?
Yeah, but I speak in American accent. He's like, yeah, but he's like, how do you do that? He's like, well, I'm Spider-Man, and I'm this, and I'm that. He's like, yeah, but he's American. He's like, yeah, and I'm British. No, you're not. And it's like...
He's like, wait, Spider-Man isn't from Britain, he's from Queens.
Yeah. It's really funny.
Yeah. Oh, it's like Zach Galifianakis' show, the Between Two Ferns.
Dude, that show is hilarious.
That skit is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
He's like, he's doing Jennifer Lawrence, and he's like, you came out in The Hunger Games, right? It's like, yeah, it's about your life story, right?
Because you can't go without eating.
And he's like, you're so fat, you look like an island. He's like, I'm not that fat. You are, you're fat.
No, Steve Carell tells him that. It's like,
yeah.
No, my favorite one was a Hillary one.
Oh my God.
So him and Hillary are going at it. And then she's like, he goes, wait, I'd like to stop the show and thank today's sponsor. And he hits the button and it's a Trump commercial. I was like, dude, these guys are geniuses. Like, that was so funny.
And what makes it funnier is that he writes the jokes.
Right.
And then, yeah, he's like, do I need to send an email?
No, he's like, how do I reach you? By email?
Oh, that's what he says. Oh my gosh.
And then
Today's episode went political real quick.
And then Hillary was like, it was a mistake doing this show.
Yeah. He does Barack Obama too.
Oh, that one was funny.
I don't remember what he tells him. And then
the Justin Bieber one when he's like, somebody needs to put you in line, and he starts hitting him with the belt.
Yeah, those are funny.
Oh, Zach is something else, man. Ken Jeong.
Oh, he's hilarious.
He went to the White House to meet Barack with Zach Galifianakis. And like Ken says that he's like nervous, like he's like dressed the whole part, like in a suit and everything to go meet like the president.
Yeah.
And Zach came in like in PJs.
Yeah.
Like he didn't even care,
Yeah.
you know? And then, you know, like Zach starts joking with the president and everything. And then he looks at Ken, Zach looks at Ken and he's like, you think you can make the president laugh that hard? And I was like, dang, dude. Dude's a savage.
Eat your nuggets.
Eat your nuggets.
Yeah, that's one of our favorite movies too. Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah.
It's like, do you want to be like those starving kids in America? No. Eat your nuggets. When we went to Tennessee, Salem was eating nuggets, and I was like, eat your nuggets.
She laughed so hard. It was a funny thing.
That's like our thing now. I'm like, Salem, eat your nuggets.
Oh, it's so great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to go golf.
Oh, gosh.
I know. Maybe next weekend.
Never going to financially recover from this.
Well, now that I kind of know the rules and like know a little bit of how like the golf course is, I'm kind of down to go by myself now.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know yet. Maybe one more round, and then I'll be confident to go by myself.
I need a hobby.
Yeah.
You have hobbies. I don't.
What hobbies do I have?
Golf.
Okay, yeah, but that's it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, or I can go to the range too.
That was fun when we went to the range.
Yeah.
We could do that.
Yeah.
But it's hot.
It is.
It's super hot right now. I don't
But
want
it
to
feels
do anything.
nice being out in like under the sun, not gonna lie. And then like on the golf course.
I don't do heat.
And then because on the golf course, like since it's surrounded by trees and stuff, like you get like that little tree
Yeah.
breeze and it feels great.
Yeah.
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 I want to go golf in South Korea now. So,
He walks into
hold
the
on.
room yesterday
hold
and
on.
he's like,
so I
"You
was
want-"
on YouTube, and then it just popped up. Like my YouTube algorithm right now is like golf, comedy, and like food stuff, like foodie stuff. So on my golf algorithm or whatever, there's this couple, young couple. I don't know them, but they went to go golf in Korea together, and they were talking about like their experience there and everything, and it's like they were showing like the front of like, I guess like the lobby of the place, and like it looks like a hotel, like it looks sick, and then you walk in and it's literally like you have like a desk full of people, and then you go in and like you check in for your tea time or whatever, and then they provide caddies for you, which are like people that help you, like one, they can help you with knowing like how far the hole is or whatever, or like how many yards are in between each shot. They tell you, oh, you should hit your 7-iron or your 4-iron or whatever, and like they're there to like help you and stuff, which is really cool. And then they line up your putts, which I didn't know was a thing. Like I just thought you just went up there and like let her rip, you know. But like there's like a thing to it. But the more I started watching it, I was like, dang, dude, like I want to go to South Korea and go golf there. Like that'd be so sick. So I texted my brother because he's getting into golf right now too. And I texted him, I was like, dude, we should go to South Korea. And he goes, yeah, that's why I want to go to Japan. And I was like, oh, all right, cool. He's like, yeah, but I want to do it next year. And I was like, well, good luck.
Must be nice.
Yeah, so that'd be cool. But yeah, I want to. Oh, and then we were saying like,
He yelled in my face.
sorry. And then he was like, dude, what we should do, because we're big time Dodger fans, like we're big time Dodger fans. He goes, dude, like I want to go when the Dodgers are on the road. Like I would like to like go to that state and just go to a game. And then I was like, well, why don't we golf and then go to a game? And then you can golf too.
No.
You should golf.
No.
It's so much fun.
I'm always a third wheel with you and your brother. Stay quiet because you know it's true.
Then I'll go by myself.
Whatever.
But yeah, so it's South Korea, and then I saw this other thing where, so I didn't know, like, golf is a trip because it's like you have these like pristine like PGA type golf courses, right? And they're all private, so you need like a country club to get into those or whatever. But you look at these golf courses, like I was looking at the Bass Pro Shop one. Like Bass Pro Shop has a golf course out in I forget what state they're in, but it looks amazing. Am I boring you with my golf freaking talk right now?
No.
Whatever. That was rude. Anyway, so yeah, I'm all into golf. I love it. Absolutely love it. Absolutely want to do it for the rest of my life. Golf. Anything else you want to add?
No. I'm good.
You're good?
I think so.
All right. I was like choking. Saw that.
You okay?
Crazy. I hope so. We'll see.
You shut up.
We'll see. So we'll see.
But yeah.
Yeah.
This was a random episode.
I know. Absolutely love it though.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let us know if you guys want more episodes like this. We're just like talking nonsense.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, we're doing this for fun and
For funsies.
for funsies. Yeah. I don't have anything else to add. I think you can just continue to keep us in prayer.
Yeah. We can always use that.
Yeah, there's just big changes happening in the Mestas home, and we're excited about it. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking forward to our Mexico trip, which is, I can't believe it's already going to be in a month. Literally. It's in less than a month.
What's today?
The 28th.
29th.
Oh, yeah.
About a month.
Yeah, I think we leave July 27th.
Something like that.
Yeah, so it's going to be here before you know it.
Yep.
And yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
Yep. But yeah, thank you guys for sticking around this long.
Yep.
And we love you and appreciate you. And we will see you next week. Questions, comments, concerns, send him a message, and then he'll tell me.
Me? Why me? I'm supposed to get the positive stuff. You get the negative stuff.
We can take turns.
That's not the way this works.
I love you.
I love you too. This is You Plus Coffee. We out.
Bye.